Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with me. Yes, I'm your host with the mostest when it comes to this vibe-ish, okay? So, y'all already know the drill, and for those of you who are new, welcome. Whether you're on the go or on the move, I just want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice because, as always, and for the ones who are new, every vibe of the day is special and every vibe of the day is real. Real, raw, uncut, and all that good shit. Okay? So let's get into it. Today's vibe of the day is risk. The reason why today's vibe of the day is risk because within the past couple of days, I just been wanting to take risk on things that will impact my life. Even if it gives me a good or bad outlook. Regardless, I just want to, say I did it. Like, I took that risk on myself. And whether, like I said, whether the outcome is good or bad, it don't matter. As long as I did it, I took that risk. I took that oath on doing something instead of procrastinating like I always do. So, let's get into it. First, I'm going to start off with a little bit of facts from the Black Book about risk that y'all already know or y'all don't know, the ones who are new. I do a little something from out my big black book, and I write down stuff on the topics that I'm talking about, like the vibe of the day is going to be. I write it down, get you prepared, so I give you a little background. Then I go in with whatever I want to talk about. So let's get into it. So when it comes to risk is referred to the possibilities of loss or harm occurring due to uncertain events or crisis. Now, before I get into it, I feel like when it comes to risk, everybody be like, oh, you taking a risk and it's always a bad outcome. It's never, people talk about the positive of when it comes to taking a risk or taking an oath on things. It's always, when you take that risk, that shit ain't good for you, like, what you gonna do, blah, X, Y, and Z. Instead of like, oh, you took that risk, that shit gonna be good for you, you went, it's always bad. And when I was doing my research and then like writing my own, like, damn, I feel like, when you hear the word risk, it's like, risky, like that shit real risky, like, are you sure you want to do that? Instead of like, damn, you took a risk and that shit helped you. No, I always hear like, are you really gonna take a risk? Are you sure that shit gonna help you? But let's just see how that go. So yeah, it's like, it's the chances that something like undesirable or unexpected will happen that can involve with good or bad. Risk can also be a factor in many other areas in life, such as health, safety, and security. Understanding and maintaining risk is an important aspect of decision making in both personal and professional content. Now, let me stop right there. I ain't realize here, like I said, every time when you talk about risks, risk factors and taking risks on things, people always like, are you sure you want to take that risk on that shit? Because what if the outcome is bad? What if the outcome fuck you up? It's never, I feel like, it's never people saying, oh, take that risk. You never know. Like, it probably change your life. It probably do good for you. Like, taking risks, I honestly feel like is one of the key things that it challenges you. It's a challenge, like, do I want to do this? And if I do this, is it going to put a good impact on my life or a bad impact? Because I ain't going to lie. At times, like when I was younger, I would always think that, oh, I'm taking a risk and it's always going to be some bad shit come out of it. Instead, like I'm older now, I always think, why not take the risk? You never know what happened. Especially if it's impacting when it comes to professional, coming to like anything professional-wise, college, my business, or any job. I'm like, I'm taking a risk. I'm taking that oath, making sure this risk, it turns out to be good. You got to put some positivity. You got to manifest shit, because if you don't manifest shit, pray and all that stuff on it, it's not going to come. And then when you listen to people, trying to downplay you and shit, it's like, that fuck you up more. And it also have you backpedaling, like, do I want to take this risk or do I just want to say fuck it? And, I don't like that. So yeah, but when it comes to the personal aspect, I feel like it depends on like your family, your friends, when it's there like your health, your safety, relationship, things like that. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes the risk that we take, especially when it comes to our families, like, do you want to fuck with this motherfucker? Do you don't want to fuck with these motherfuckers? Or do I want to fuck with them? You know, give them the benefit of the doubt. Same thing with friends. Do I want to fuck with her? Give her the benefit of the doubt. Do I want to fuck with him? Same thing in relationships too. Do I really want to take that risk of trying to see how me and you go? Or if I take that risk and that shit fuck up, it's like, damn. So I feel like risk has pros and cons. Like everything that we do in life comes with pros and cons. But you never know until you put that shit in action. So sometimes like we get stuck in our ways. Like we be like, oh shit, that shit ain't gonna work. Up until you take that risk and see how that shit comes out and the outcome, that's all. Like here's your answers right there. But I feel like I always tell people, think positive, don't think negative, because when you think negative, you're going to get a negative result. And when you think positive, you're going to get a positive result. So when it comes to like risk factors, taking, trying to do shit and all that, everything you do from now on, listen to me, if this don't help someone, if it don't help a lot of people, hopefully it helps someone. When you are putting yourself up to take a risk, challenge, whatever, always think positive. Don't think negative, because if you do, that shit ain't going to work. You got to think positive. Like, even if you got to play a song, you got to write about it. Do whatever it is for you to manifest that shit, because I don't care how big or small that risk is. If you feel as though deep down you ready to do that shit, do it. I'm telling y'all, because it's been many times I would have like procrastinate on shit, be like, I don't want to do that shit, because I already know right then and there that shit ain't gonna work out. I get into it and it's like, fuck it. But let me tell you something, it's been times where I took a risk on shit and that shit stuck with me, and some shit I took the risk, I'm like, oh shit, I'm not coming fucking back. So it's like, don't procrastinate, just try. Like, just try and see what's up. Some things fit you, some things don't fit you, but that's just to see for us, like, what fits us and what doesn't. So taking risks and the risk factors of doing shit, I'm telling y'all, that shit is like amazing. Like, wow, like you never know until you try. So don't be afraid to try. Okay? If it don't help a group of people, I hope what I'm saying helps somebody. And that's what my podcast is about. I took the risk of doing this shit because, like I said, like if you're new here, I'm gonna tell y'all, I procrastinated on doing this because I was just like, people gonna talk shit about me, people gonna do this, people gonna do that. But I had to remember, I'm taking that risk for me because it's what I want to do, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Regardless of what people gonna say about me, it don't matter, because words can't hurt you. You know that saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words ain't gonna hurt you. Okay, I don't give a fuck how it sound, how you try to make it sound. Words ain't gonna hurt you. Sticks and stones gonna hurt me, and somebody trying to put a fist at me or something. But your words is not gonna hurt me. That's another thing too. I want y'all to like, my whole motto when it comes to my podcast and every vibe is to give y'all like a lesson. Like, it's like a lesson. Like, I feel like I'm teaching y'all. I'm giving y'all the jewels that a lot of people need. Like, we learn from each other. I like to learn from people, especially from the older people. You got to learn from each other, especially my generation too. I feel like we have to learn from each other, but sometimes we got to learn from within the older generation, because they know. And then sometimes the older generation got to learn from us, because some things they don't know. So like, when you take a risk on doing things, like, people like, I wouldn't do that shit, but you got to do it. You never know until you try. So yeah, risk factors and taking risks on things, you never know until you try. But I always tell people, and myself every day, if anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I wake up every day playing a song, like, I play a song every day just to help me get through the day, because anything can happen. Anything, like, risk taking things can happen, even if it's good or bad, even if I don't take a risk on certain stuff. But I feel like every day we take a risk. Like, it's decision making. Do you want to do this? Do you don't want to do that? If I do this, it's going to do this by X, Y, and Z. So I'm telling y'all, like, like, that's why I say, if my words of encouragement don't help a group of people, I just hope it helps somebody. Because I'm telling y'all, somebody can help you and you don't even know them. I'm telling y'all. So yeah, take that risk. Take the risks on wanting to learn, wanting to do things that you never done before, or take that risk on something that you've been procrastinating on and make it come to reality. Turn that dream to reality. Okay? Because like, if you don't take that risk, you'll be like, oh shit, I should do this, I should have did that. Tomorrow's not promised. Baby, if you want to go out there and start that business, do it. You want to go back to school, do it. You want to go to a trade school, do it. You want to do this and that, X, Y, Z, do it. Because tomorrow's not promised. Even though at times, the risk that we take, like I said, it might not be good, as long as you've tried. That's what people fail to realize too. When you take risks, you're trying. Even if it don't work out, you tried. And if it don't work, try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Like, it's a process with a lot of stuff too. So when you take risks on things, it's a process. Sometimes it's like, oh, you can get it from the get-go. And sometimes like, okay, a little bit more practice and you be good. But if you take the more practice and you just be like, all right, fuck it. It is what it is. You might come back next week, 2 months from now, a year from now. It takes time when you do certain things. But I'm telling y'all, when y'all take risk on shit, just keep an open mind. Be open-minded. Don't be small-minded. I don't like small-minded people because they always think one situation. They don't think about this, the next one. Plan B, plan, they don't think like that. They're like, oh, I'm going to focus on this one, this plan don't work. It's like, fuck it. No. You got to take the risk on shit because there's a lot of things out here that you just be like, damn, I'm going to take that risk and do it. It could be a person, place, thing, I don't care. Just take that risk and don't be afraid of doing it. Just go out there and try. But always keep an open mind. Okay? So, let's get into the positive side of taking a risk. Taking risks can have a positive impact when it leads to success, achievement of goals, personal growth, and development. However, it is important to balance the potential rewards with the potential risk and to take calculation risk rather than reckless ones. Okay, with that being said, like I said, you never know until you try, especially when it comes to the success. Okay? Prime example, I'm going to use my business. It turned out to be a success for me because on the 15th, it made 3 months since I've been doing this. 3. 9 times out of 10, I probably would have said after the first, month, I probably would have said, fuck it. But I'm not, because this is success for me. When I look at the numbers, the ratings, sometimes I have my ups and my downs. But either way it go, I'm still going to keep moving because you never know. I'm not going to try. I am going to make this podcast be global because it takes time. I'm taking that risk factor every day. Like I said, sometimes the numbers are high, the numbers are in the middle, is low, whatever. It takes a lot of time. It takes time to get to success. It does. It do. But that's the key. Don't give up. Because I took this risk, and this risk to me is going successfully. And I hope it gets so successful to the point where I have my own, have radio station, stuff like that. I manifest stuff like that. So that's another thing too. When you take risks, manifest that shit that you want for yourself. Manifest all the things that you worship, pray, everything for, because you never know until you put that shit in motion, get it together, have that blueprint out. You'll be a bad motherfucker. I'm telling y'all be a bad motherfucker if y'all do that shit. Don't be scared. I know at times it's gonna be scary, but like I said, tomorrow's not promised. Do that shit right now, now. You hear me? I know y'all probably know somebody damn, she talked about me. Not too much. Y'all know how they go. Not too much on me, but I'm telling y'all, do it, because you never know. That shit get popping, rolling. You never know. Don't stop. Keep going. If it don't look good, okay, don't stop. Keep going. Keep going till you see that process, till you see that blueprint you had out come to life. Okay, don't stop. Keep going. All right. Now that's what it comes to, a part of achieving your goals too. When you take that risk on doing things, when it comes to, I don't care, education wise, job wise, whatever the case may be, don't stop until you see what you've been manifesting, praying for, whatever you had, that blueprint, desire, stepping on, whatever. Don't stop till you see that shit. don't stop, especially when it comes to like anything in your life. Like I mentioned, when it comes to the personal growth, development, success, and achievements. Like, don't give up, y'all, because it's hard out here. There's people out here that's scared to take that risk. I'm telling y'all, I watch a lot of broadcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like, I listen to these people. I listen to my people, my black people, say like it took a risk for me to do a lot of shit out here, because I've seen a lot of people do it, and sometimes their outcome didn't come out right, but for them it came out right, just because they kept going, even though at first it was like, fuck, this ain't what I wanted, but they ain't stopped. They kept going. They were open-minded. They found many ways, many strategies, and had people in their corner that was helping them get to where they wanted to be. So by them taking that risk, and by that risk that they took, made them where they at today, was fucking success. They achieved the goal with their personal growth, everything. That was the key for them. Like right in there, when they start seeing stuff, like whatever they wanted to see, like the money, numbers, records, whatever it was like, okay, I got this shit in the bag. Especially when it comes to artists, I feel like they take risks every day. Like, you take a risk every day. Like, it's hard. I feel like at one point in time, I feel like it was hard to get viral. But now I feel like it depends. It depends now. When I take that back, it depends. It's hard to get recognition, especially as a black person, because certain stuff, people be like, oh, you taking that risk and everybody doing the same shit. But that's the thing. You could take a risk and be in the same category as a person, but who risk will stand out more? You see what I'm getting at? Like, rappers, stuff like that, they all took that risk. Some of them are not getting the recognition that another person's getting, but it takes time. It's not like nobody's listening to them, but you want to be known, you want to be the ones talk, you want to be talked about. It takes time. And I've always believed in the saying, like, right now it's not your time. But like, you're doing it, like, do that shit, but right now it's not the time for you to have like that light on you. Right now it's not the time for you to be a star. But I see you took that risk, and I applaud you for that. But it takes time for me to send up attention. And I ain't realize to y'all, I don't like being the center of attention sometimes. Even I don't care if it's good or bad. Sometimes I be like, damn, y'all got me on the spot. Like, damn, on the spot. But sometimes like when you take that risk, you gotta think, like, are you ready to take this risk? Are you ready for all this fame and stuff like that? But you gotta think, like, once you in, it's like, fuck it, I want it, I'm here for it, I'm gonna take it. I did this to myself, I said this, I manifested, so shit, I gotta deal with the consequences. And it's okay. Even if the consequences are good or bad, you gotta take that shit on the chin and get this shit rolling. Okay? And now let's get into the damn cons. You already know that ain't good, but it is what it is, it's life. Taking a risk can have a negative impact when it leads to future or undesirable outcomes. Experiencing failure can also have like a psychological impact, such as of loss of confidence or increased fear of taking a risk in the future. Now, that part right there, when I did the research, and I was like, it had me reflect on things that happened to me when I was younger. Because, like, when I was younger, I played sports. And, like, high school, like, freshman type. And I ain't really lie to y'all. Certain sports I tried and I didn't do. Like, it wasn't for me. I took that risk on doing it. And then, you don't make the team and stuff like that. It fuck you up. Because, like, I don't want to do this shit again. It's like, I always told myself, oh yeah, I want to play volleyball. I tried, y'all. I went to the damn practices and stuff. After that, I was like, fuck it. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it in college. I ain't even had a drive no more to do it, because I'm like, these girls, they look like they go hard. I seen the way they hitting the ball and all that. I'm like, fuck that shit. Because sometimes, I ain't ready to lie to y'all, sometimes, like, certain risks that we do take, we manifest it and then we get into it, and then so many times we do it, it's like you lose confidence, and it takes a hell of a while to gain your confidence back, especially at a young age. it takes time to build yourself, and it takes time to do a lot when it comes to risk factors. I'm not even lying to y'all, especially like when it's something you really, really want to do. At times, it's like it's pros and cons that comes to this shit, and it's like you have to be prepared and ready for this shit. Even though it's like I said, at times the risk that we take, it be like, damn, I did that shit. Damn, I feel like that motherfucker. But then you take that risk, you feel like, I feel like a piece of shit. I really put myself there out on the line. Damn, what the fuck? Like, why would I do this? Like, I'm really I feel like it's such a loss to me. And my confidence is like hella down. And I don't want to do this shit again. So if somebody bring it up or say it, I'm going to zap the fuck out, because that risk done fucked me up. Now, I know all of us that's listening, including me, had that moment in our life like, damn, I took this fucking risk and this shit blew up in my fucking face. I did everything. I did this and that. I'm like, damn, fuck, what the fuck I'm doing wrong? What I do wrong? But at times it's like, you think it, you gotta see it for yourself to see how it go. And like I said, when I tried to do the volleyball stuff, I was just like, this shit ain't it. It's like, it ain't it, and I don't think I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna just keep it pushing. I'll watch y'all, I'll go to y'all game, support, woo woo, but you will not see my ass out there, because like I tried so many times, and I'm like, my best just not good enough. But the thing is, like, that didn't work. I said, let me try some other shit. That's another thing too. At times it's hard to like get your groove back, at the one obstacle, like what the one door closes, another one will open. I always believe that too, saying that's another, y'all know I love them sayings. Like, if one door closes, another one will open. So the volleyball didn't work. I played soccer. I ain't know shit about soccer, not even a goddamn thing, but I knew how to kick it, which way to kick it, where not to kick it at. I was like, shit, I don't know shit. But up until I took that risk, I was like, okay, I ain't make the volleyball team. Let me try something else. I'm still be active. I'm still be an active person, because I told myself I want to play sports and I ain't want to stop. So I did soccer. I ain't really lie to y'all. At first I was like, what the fuck am I doing? But then like I kept going and going, practice everything. Coaches was on my ass and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, I took a risk on something that I didn't want to do, because the first door I went to, it closed in my face. Another door opened, and it was something I didn't want. And that's another thing too. Sometimes them doors, like when one door closes, the other one opens, and that door sometimes I feel like it's a mystery door. It's a surprise of a mystery, because like, damn, I didn't want to play soccer. I ain't know shit about soccer, but then I took that risk, because I turned the bad risk into a positive risk by playing soccer. I went to practice. I was a part of the team. They was like, okay, I can put you on the team. You can learn. It's okay. I was like, y'all sure? Y'all, I tell y'all, I can kick a ball, but it's certain ways you gotta kick it. You gotta kick it in, not outer. And I like, from that moment, like as I kept practice, I started, getting real close to my teammates and stuff. I was unstoppable. I fell in love with soccer. I was like, wow. I took a risk on something that I didn't want to do because of something, I really wanted to do, didn't work out for me. But like I said, it takes time. Like, it didn't happen overnight. It takes time. Even though I did lose my confidence, it's like I felt like I gained it back by doing something at least that fit into the category. It was a sport. And that's another thing too. People fail to realize, okay, just because one risk factor fucked up, blew up in your face, that doesn't mean that another one is going to come. Even though it might not, you feel like it's not for you. That's how I felt about soccer. It wasn't for me. But I'm telling you, just take that risk and try. If you're going to try something, it's not going to hurt you. When you try, it's not going to hurt. Like, just try. It ain't going to hurt you. Just see how it go. And when you do shit like that, you be like, damn, it's people have their own, feelings like, oh, this shit worked or it didn't work. Trust me, I've been there, and we go through it every day. Like, it take a risk factor on everything, even the people around you, y'all. Like, I take a risk every day on certain things that I do because, like, where I'm from Baltimore. If you don't know, I'm from Baltimore, and you gotta take a risk every motherfucking day. I feel like you gotta take a risk because, like, damn, do I want to go out to this? Do I want to go here? Or if I take this risk and I go here at this time and leave at this time, I should be good. Or should I? If I do take this risk, I'm gonna be like, fuck, this nigga's in, you know, like. So you gotta really, like, you gotta really be on your P's and Q's, y'all. I ain't even lies to y'all, especially when it comes to people, because, like, sometimes, like, Baltimore is semi-big, but it feel like it's so small-ass world, because it be, like, motherfuckers from everywhere. Like, one person probably know your people, you probably know their people. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, it's like, at times, you gotta take a risk on who you want in your life and who you want to try to put in your life, like, especially when it comes to relationships. Y'all, my guard is up, and I can admit that now. Like, my guard is up. It's been up for 3 years. Like, I can't just let anybody in my life because I feel like I'm taking a risk, and sometimes that's another risk, y'all. I'm procrastinating. I don't think. I'm trying every day to let that guard down on trying to let somebody back in my life. I am. It's not easy, and I know y'all can relate. Someone can relate to this. Like, it's not easy to give somebody a chance. It's not easy to risk that factor of that little voice in your head, let alone your mental, emotional feelings. It's hard because it's like, when you took a risk on that first person, like I said, like that one that once something happened, that door closes, and the other one open, sometimes it's like, it takes time, especially when it comes to relationships and talking stages or whatever the case may be. It takes time because I feel like I'm in my 20s. I just realized, like, it takes time for me to even let people in to my life because the type of person I am, I'm very to myself. I don't like too much attention. I don't even like being put on the spot. It's just like certain things I just can't take because I've been there, done that. Like, certain risks I took with people, like, you know, gave these people the benefit of the doubt, and no disrespect at all to them, you know, like, I wish them nothing but peace and blessings, but I be like, damn, them risks that you take, you learn from everything that you do. I don't give a fuck if it's good or bad. Like, you learn from every risk, every damn thing you do, because it's like, I feel like life is like, it's like you playing chess, not checkers. Like, you gotta really navigate on things. Like, are you willing to take that risk with that person? Are you really willing to give this person this thing? Are you really willing to spend time with this person? Are you really willing to spend the rest of your life with this person? Shit like that. With their relationship wise, when it comes to family and friends wise, are you really ready to take this person in your family serious, or these people in your family seriously? It's like, come on now, you gotta ask these questions nowadays, because I ain't ready to lie to you. Like, every day is like you're playing chess, not checkers, with a lot of shit when it comes to risks you take. Like, with family members, oh shit. It's like, at times it's like you're really like, damn, I wanna give you the benefit of the doubt. I want to take that risk and give you the benefit of the doubt. But when you give them the benefit of the doubt, sometimes it's like, all right, they did good. Sometimes it's like, oh, you did good and you done fucked up. So, man, like, y'all, when it comes to this risk, it's tricky. It's a very tricky game, and we play that game every day because you take risk on everything you want to do, say, wear, eat. Like, if I take this risk on going out to the club, and I know where I'm from, and I know what time it is, I know where I'm at, I'm gonna take that risk on going, but I'm gonna take that risk on bringing my black ass home early. You know, like, it's like every day you risk a lot of stuff. It's like, okay, if I don't go to class, I'm risking myself to have a bad grade. Or if I don't go to class, I'm risking myself to ask somebody for some answers, you know, like, for like, give me some update on what's going on and stuff like that. But I'm telling y'all, risk, it's a tricky game. It is a very, very tricky game. It is very tricky, but it's like, you gotta be able to play that game. You gotta be able to, like, be ready to face that person. or that place or thing, whatever you want to take that risk on. Like every day, like I say, y'all, we take a risk on everything and we don't know it. It's like the choices that we make, reflecting on the episode I made about choices, like the choice that we make also reflects, on the risks that we take. Some of the choices that we make can impact the risk of the risk that we take. Like even if it's good or bad, it's like the choice that we made, we tried, and the risk either was a good or bad. Either way it go, we tried. Like we gotta keep that word in mind, y'all. Try. I'm telling y'all, child, you be surprised at the things you try, and you be like, damn, this really happened. Wow, I didn't know that was gonna happen. XYZ. Like y'all, it be shocking. Like sometimes I be like, wow, I really tried this and it was a good impact. However, sometimes when I try stuff, I just be like, I'm putting myself up for something that I know is probably gonna be wrong. But it's like, you never know, y'all never know. Just take that risk. So yeah, y'all, I ain't realize y'all. I'm telling y'all, everything I say is raw and uncut. Like this how I feel. Whatever I feel, that's how I feel. Somebody got to hear it, because like somebody probably out there feeling the same way. And it's hard at times to take that risk on willing to communicate with people. I'm telling y'all, like, I see this. I've been in y'all shoes. At times I'm still in y'all shoes, because at times it's like taking a risk on doing certain shit, it does hurt you. Sometimes I feel like, damn, is this shit going to eat me up in the end? And sometimes it don't. And maybe like within that moment it's not, and sometimes it bites you in the ass. But it's like, as long as you tried, it don't matter. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how big or small the risk you trying to do. As long as you tried it, because who gives a shit what anybody say outside? Like, you doing for you. The choice that you made for yourself that impact the risk of what you want to do, even if it's good or bad, it's on you, because this is your life. Okay, if you want to turn up, turn up. You don't want to turn up, it's whatever. Like it's like this. Fuck it, we ball. It's either you gonna do this shit or not. Take that risk and see how it like affects you. See what it takes you. See where that shit take you. Don't just be like, damn, I'm taking that risk and I don't know. You can't. That's the thing too. I fault myself too a lot. You can't predict what's going to happen until it happen. Like, especially like when you in college, you like, damn, I know I'm gonna fuck this shit up. How the fuck you know you gonna fuck it up if you ain't even see the shit yet? Like, how the fuck you know you gonna fail if you didn't even see what the fuck going on yet? You can't like predict the shit. You can't predict the risk, because sometimes when you predict that risk so many times, like, it's gonna happen. Like they say, the tongue is very powerful. So be careful the shit that you say, because if you say it so many times, or like, say it so many times, that shit gonna happen. Like, every day I say positive shit to myself, because there been times where like I come home from work or school, I have a shitty day. If I have a shitty day, I'm not gonna have a shitty night, because I'm not gonna have that shit on me. I'm taking a risk every day. Like, if my day be shitty, I'm not going to bed shitty, because when you go to bed shitty, it's hard. Your mind is still like, it's still thinking about what the fuck it was or what happened. So you got to take that risk on, do I want to continue having a shitty day, or do I want to flip that shit and have a decent, calm, cool, and collect day? I'm telling y'all, like, the risk that we take in shit in life is not easy. It's not easy. Shit that we do in life is not easy. But I'm telling y'all, we have our good and bad moments. Like a scale, good and bad. But you got to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes with it. Okay? Like, whether or not people should take risks depending on the situation and the individual circumstances, taking risks can lead to positive outcomes such as success, achieving goals, and personal growth. Unlimited, the decisions to take risks should be based on a careful consideration of the prediction, benefits, and risks, as well as the personal values and that was a lot. That was a mouthful. And priorities. So yeah, like I was saying, y'all, like, everything we do in life is tricky. is a fucking tricky game. It's chess, not checkers. Okay? So keep that in mind. Every day is a game. And you gotta see, are you built for this shit? Are you going to survive in this shit? Because like I said, tomorrow's not promised. You want to take that risk? Take that risk right now, baby. Set that shit up right now. Do it now. Don't sit and wait to see that shit fall in your lap. Because I'm telling y'all, in order for shit to get done, you gotta put your foot, you gotta put the pedal to the damn metal. That shit ain't gonna happen. Nobody's gonna give that shit to you, especially if it's something that you want. That shit ain't easy. There's nothing that we do in life is easy. It's not. But you gotta take a risk on seeing what the fuck can you do and what you can't do. Is a risk gonna be good for you or it's gonna be bad? At the end of the day, like I said, we gotta keep that mind, that three-letter word in mind. We tried though. You tried. Try. That's it. Just keep that in mind. That you try. But I'ma try. Or you're trying, or I tried. Either one of them three. Just keep them in mind. Especially trying, tried, and tried. Trying, and tried. Keep that in mind, y'all. Don't be afraid. Take that risk. I don't give a fuck how big or small it is. Take it. And that's the thing, too. Sometimes when you take the risk, keep it to yourself. At times, you want to see how it go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of the shit I took a risk on, I kept that shit to myself, and the outcome was like, damn. Wow. I didn't know. Sometimes I ain't really lie to y'all. Sometimes the risks that we take, we tell people, and it's like they already like praying on your damn downfall. Like, damn, like, why are you doing that to me? So I'm gonna let y'all know this. Anything you do, you take that risk, that choice, we make whatever. Say it to yourself. Write it down, whatever. Whoever you believe, pray to, whatever. Say it to them. Don't tell it to the people. I know, like, y'all, it's hard. It's hard not to tell the people you fuck with what's going on. But sometimes it's like, you want to surprise them too. Because, shit, you're surprising your damn self by taking these damn risks and shit. I surprise myself every day of the choices and the risks that I take. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, the risks that we take every day is like, damn, what the fuck? Like, ooh, like, I'm telling y'all, I have risks. I'm trying to take a risk today. I'm thinking about a risk today I want to do. I'm trying. I want to break that guard down. I want to stop being stuck in my ways when it comes to talking to dudes. But we're going to see how that goes. I'm not rushing it, but if I take that risk and see how the outcome is, if it be good or bad, like, okay, cool. But like I said, as long as I try, I'm going to try. Because I'm trying to let it down. And I'm going to try to see what's up. So, as always, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I'm going to leave off with this. Do not ever second guess yourself. Do that shit. Try to take that risk. Don't backpedal it. Try. Because tomorrow's not promised. We're playing checks, not checkers. And win or lose, baby, long as you try to do it. Try to do it. You're trying. And I'm proud of you, regardless of the outcome is, even good or bad. Regardless, I don't care how big or small it is. I'm proud of you. Because you're taking a risk on something that you took a long time to overcome. I'm proud of you. If no one going to tell you, I'm going to tell you. I'm proud of you. Because it's hard to take risks on shit. It is hard. So, as always, y'all, I wish y'all nothing but peace and blessings. It's getting warm outside, so please be safe out here wherever you're at. Please be safe. Please manifest nothing but good vibes to yourself. Even when we have our shitty days, we need to remember, like, we need to remind ourselves, like, good motherfucking vibes only. Super motherfucking good vibes, okay? And, yeah, stay positive, y'all, and stay blessed. And you guys will hear from me every Wednesday at 5:30 or whenever y'all listen to me shit. But y'all know what's up. So, yeah, y'all will hear from me when y'all hear from me. Hopefully next Wednesday. Bye.